Your Excellency, the Minister, I know that I have burdened you because it is an opportunity that does not come often. What about the Arab neighborhood and the Arab neighbors? What about Turkey, which announced its desire to open a new page? There are still steps in developing Egyptian-Turkish relations after the mutual visits at the presidential level. What about Iran, which sent its foreign minister to Egypt?
Certainly, we are keen to have close and good relations with neighboring countries. So, if we start with Turkey, the relationship is going through a very positive period, especially after the first important and historic visit of His Excellency President Abdelatty al-Sisi to the Turkish capital. It was preceded by the visit of the Turkish President to Egypt. Certainly, yes, and there was very warm reception for His Excellency the President in Ankara. And there was also keenness to advance these relations. As you know, we have the Supreme Council for Strategic Cooperation. Its first session was inaugurated during the visit of His Excellency President al-Sisi to the Turkish capital, and there, God willing, there will be a periodic meeting for this council at the summit level. This goal now that we seek to achieve in the next few years, and this is a responsibility upon us, and this is a directive from His Excellency President al-Sisi and President Erdogan, is to quickly reach the level of trade exchange to $15 billion in the shortest possible time, based on achieving, as we are talking about 9 and 10, we need to move more to reach the 15 billion in the shortest time possible, based on achieving the interests of both sides. Of course, we are very keen to open more platforms in the Turkish markets for Egyptian products, and we are moving practically with the Turkish side, and there is not only a common will, but there are also common interests between the Egyptian private sector and the Turkish private sector for more cooperation and openness, whether in the field of trade or in the field of Turkish investments. The President Erdogan stressed during His Excellency the President's recent visit to Ankara. President Sisi stressed that there is a very strong desire from Turkish companies and the Turkish side to pump more investments, and there is a commitment from the Turkish side, and His Excellency President Erdogan said that during his first upcoming visit to Egypt soon, a meeting of the Business Council will be held, God willing, with representation from Turkish companies and Egyptian companies, so that we can reach the desired goal, which is doubling Turkish investments in Egypt and also increasing the volume of trade exchange to a ceiling of $15 billion.
What about Iran?
Iran is an important country, an important regional country. Certainly, Egypt has relations with everyone. There was a request from the Iranian side for the Minister of Foreign Affairs to visit Egypt and meet with His Excellency the President. His Excellency responded to the request. This reflects Egypt's keenness to work on preventing escalation, reducing escalation in the region, and preventing the region from entering a comprehensive regional war. Hence, Egypt's keenness to respond to this request and arrange the meeting with the President. After that, extensive consultations and meetings were held with the Iranian minister, with the aim, as I mentioned, of preventing the region from being dragged into a comprehensive war and to an open conflict from which no one gains, but rather will have devastating effects. We talked about many issues. We talked about the great importance of ceasefire in Gaza and stopping the aggression on Gaza Strip and the aggression on Lebanon as well. We also talked about a very important issue, which is the issue of severe tension in the Red Sea region and the importance of preserving freedom of international navigation. As I mentioned, and as you mentioned, Egypt is the country most affected by this escalation, represented by the decline in revenues from the Suez Canal. We had more than 72 ships crossing daily from the north and the south, from both directions. Now we are talking about only about 27 ships. So we talked about all of these issues with great clarity and frankness. Also, we tackled, as you mentioned, the importance of supporting Lebanese consensus and not interfering in the internal affairs of countries, and certainly preserving their sovereignty and regional unity. What the Lebanese agree upon must be supported and respected, not allowing for foreign or external interference. There is no right of veto for any party over the will of Lebanese people. That reflects, as you mentioned at the beginning of the interview, the principle of strategic balance, which is that Egypt is open to everyone, to all forces, as long as this first serves the Egyptian national platform and interest, and secondly serves security and stability in the region. This visit with the main goal to de-escalate the tensions and thus spare in the region and its people the woes of an open and comprehensive conflict in the region. So, as you can see, as you mentioned more than once, we are open to everyone, as long as that serves our goal, which is to prevent escalation and support the security and stability process in the region. Egypt is once again a great country, and a country that everyone is courting. Everyone is seeking to strengthen and enhance the relationship with it, because it always proves that it is the pillar of stability in the region. That is the only stable country in the region, the only country that works to advance stability and regional peace, which has become in the framework of the cooperation with its sisters and brothers in the Arab neighborhood. And we will continue in this role as long as that, of course, serves the cause of development and serves the cause of stability, because Egypt's position is with stability, preventing escalation, and achieving a just and comprehensive peace that achieves the legitimate rights of the peoples of the region, especially the Palestinian people, to have their independent sovereign state, of course, over all their territories occupied in 1967, especially, most importantly, East Jerusalem as a capital.
وفي مقدمتها القدس الشرقية.